Hi, second graders. Welcome to Writer's Workshop. This is our 7th lesson. I can't believe it. We've been doing so much work together. As a reminder, during Writer's Workshop, there is going to be 3 different parts. One is the mini lesson. That's what we are doing right now. That is I am quickly teaching you something, and you are listening and learning. After this, you will set a timer for 20 minutes and do your own writing. And finally, you will share your writing. Remember, we started using our Schoology video posts. Seems to be a great way for you to share and look at all your friends' writing as well. All right, our lesson today is going to be about personal narratives, specifically about how writers write about one tiny slice and not the whole pie. So, as writers, we are going to make sure that our story is not too heavy or too big, because then it's going to be way too hard to write all the details that we want to include. Here's an example of small moment stories. These ones are watermelon stories. They're too big. Going to the beach. So many things happen. Instead, a small moment story would be building a sandcastle at the beach. If you went to a carnival, that's too big. There's so much going on. There's food, there's rides, and it could be like a pumpkin patch. Too much. Instead, you would write about riding on a roller coaster. The next one would be playing at recess. Oh, there's too much going on at recess. So maybe you could say, we don't have a rock wall, but we could say playing handball. If you went to a birthday party, same thing. There's so much going on. There's cake, there's presents, there's games. Instead, just pick one of those games. For example, when you hit the piñata, and write just about that. If you have friends to your house, you do lots of different things. You guys can play outside, play inside, have a snack, watch TV, play video games. Pick one part of your play date. This example is jumping on a trampoline, okay? Also, if you write about your whole school day, oh my goodness, so much happens. Just pick one specific instance during your school day, okay? All right. So the first part is you need to decide on a big idea, right? What's your whole pie idea going to be? And from there, you can cut off some slices of parts of your idea and write about them, okay? So I got to thinking and I was like, oh, what's a good whole pie idea? And I was thinking about how summertime just passed. We went to the beach a lot. So I'm going to say my whole pie idea is my trip to the beach. Then I had to think, what happened when I was at the beach? One thing that happened is I got hit by a huge wave. The next thing is I found a crab. The third thing is I climbed the lifeguard tower. That was pretty cool. The lifeguard wasn't there that day. And finally, I also made a sand volcano. So those are all my slices of my day, right? Don't want to write about the whole thing. It's too much. I decided to talk about, because it's funny and kind of interesting, and it's really, really something that stuck in my head. I decided to write about the time that I got crushed by a wave. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten crushed by a wave. Oh, it's pretty memorable, right? So I took that tiny slice and I wrote about it. I wrote a lot about it. I thought about what happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. So I'll read to you guys my story. So watch me as I write about a tiny slice of my big day at the beach. Ready? One day I took my kids to the beach. It was a super hot day and we wanted to cool off. We decided to use our boogie boards. First, I went, into the water. Brr! It was so cold. Next, I looked up and saw a huge wave coming towards me. It was as tall as a truck. I tried to jump over it. Dot, dot, dot. Right there's my pause, my dramatic pause. The wave was too tall. It pushed me backwards and I flipped around in the water. I was so scared. Finally, it passed. I had sand all in my hair. I looked around and saw my son. Wow, he said, that was awesome. I did not think it was awesome and sat down on my towel. I think next time I'll try to jump under the wave. So notice in my story, I didn't write about how we drove to the beach, parked in the parking lot, pulled our stuff across the sand, had a snack. I only wrote about, excuse me, I just got done teaching you guys. I got all sleepy. Getting crashed by a wave. That's my tiny little slice. So it's going to be your turn. I want you to think of a whole pie idea. And then I want you to do just what I did. And that is pulling out tiny slices of a big idea and then picking one of your slices to write about. Perfect. You guys did amazing as always. I cannot wait to see your work. You are going to set a timer for 20 minutes. For that 20 minutes, you're going to brainstorm. You're going to think of your whole pie idea. You're going to think of your slicing ideas, and then you're going to pick one of those slices and write about it. When you are done, I cannot wait to see your videos on Schoology. Please watch each other's. Please watch my video feedback to you. I'm always going to give you a tip because we're always growing as writers, okay? Look at your friends' videos too. That's what makes it lots of fun. And post videos to them telling them what an awesome job you think they did or how interesting their story was. So I did say Flipgrid, but we're switching that to Schoology. Sorry about that. All right, you guys, you are amazing. You are fantastic and you are incredible. I cannot wait to see your work. Bye.